Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and the waters of the apostles and others, the great millstones, salutations to the whole world. Sorry. And I'm going to go ahead and go into a quick lesson about what we're seeing on the news, all right? And there's a lot of things that are happening, right? First, all right, Soon City, whatever the hell that was again, all right, they were hit with a cyber attack, or I think it was Minneapolis, where their water systems were down, all right, so they couldn't access water for a period of time, all right. The water hasn't even been tainted and whatnot, but nonetheless, it got hit with a cyber attack. And now, all of a sudden, all right, there was a cyber attack that takes out California's 911 system, all right. And so this is going to be something very common now, cyber attack, all right. And 6 years ago, Klaus Schwab, all right, the head of the World Economic Forum, has warned of a cyber pandemic, all right, cyber attacks, all right. And hey, eventually Esau is going to cut out the power, all right. They're going to cut out the power grid eventually, all right. But right here, nonetheless, they're blaming it on Iran and whatnot. But this is a inside job, all right? Because they're trying to orchestrate chaos. They got to orchestrate chaos so that they can get their New World Order agenda going, all right? They need troops on the ground in the streets of America, all right? Total control into implementing the R4D microchip. This, I'm going to just play some parts of the video.
Joliet, St. Charles, Harrisburg, Warrenville, Kewanee, Murfreesboro, Valley View. To contain the attack, and California City has declared a state of emergency after a cyber attack targeted IT systems, including 911 dispatch. The attack happened in the northern San Francisco Bay city of Sassoon in the early hours on Friday. City officials forced to pull the plug on the entire network to stop the threat. Residents couldn't call 911. Now, despite the outage, officials say residents are not in danger, with police and fire personnel still able to receive.
You see, they disrupted the 911 system, all right? Think about it in the times that we're coming into, all right? Real soon, there ain't going to be no 911, all right? When the power grid cuts out, all right, there's going to be no electricity, no trucks moving and shit, all right? I think that would be it would be an EMP attack, all right, where the EMP attack, electromagnetic pulse, would fry every battery, every computer system and shit. That means that nothing would turn on, all right? No batteries running, all right? Your cars, they automatically just turn off, and there you have it. Ain't no transportation, all right? No trucks delivering cargo goods into your grocery store, all right? Right here, these are the beginning stages, all right? You're going to see more of these happening, all right? These cyber attacks are only going to increase. But hey, a week without 911 systems being on, all right? There will be all kinds of havoc, right? There will be all kinds of chaos, all right? And hey, these women out here, all right, they got no covering, all right? Isaiah 13, I'm going to start at verse 11. Or maybe. I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And that's right, because of great pride, the cities shall be troubled. All right, and our people they have a lot of pride. All right, uh, so does Esau Edom. All right, but hey, look at our people. All right, they have a lot of pride. All right, they want to continue worshiping Cesare Borgia. They want to continue doing wickedness. All right, they want to continue in committing adultery and idolatry. All right, but according to the scriptures, all right, it tells you, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. So yeah, 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die. All right. Verse 12, and I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of fear. And that's right. The man, the Lord is going to make the elect man, all right, more precious than fine gold in the times that we're coming into, because there is going to be a shortage of men here in America, all right, because there's going to be an upcoming draft, all right, a shortage of men, and then and the prophecy, of course, Isaiah 4:1 will come to pass, all right, in our lifetime, all right. 7 women shall take hold of one man, all right, that's coming, all right. But hey, ultimately, the Lord is going to make the elect more precious than fine gold, because the elect, they have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. They have this wisdom, all right. Verse 13, and therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one to his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. And that's right. Yeah, this is just a prelude, all right, of what's to come. All right, you're gonna have more cyber attacks happening more often now, right? And they're gonna blame it on Iran, but this is orchestrated chaos that you're seeing right here. All right, a week or a whole month. All right, 6 to 8 months of the grid going out. All what you're gonna see is nothing but murder. All right, you're gonna see chaos. It's gonna look like the purge out here, man. You're gonna see, of course, which is just see right here. Their children shall be dashed to pieces before the eyes, and the houses shall be spoiled, and the wives ravished. So there's gonna be a lot of graping, right? These women, they ain't gonna have no covering in that day, right? But the only ones that are gonna be having that covering is the elect, all right, the men of the Lord, the elect, the 144,000, and the 1/3, all right, the 1/3, that being of the men and women of Israel, all right. But as for the rest of the 2/3, hey man, they're appointed to die, man. And I was looking at this not too long ago, but here you got the U.S.S. Abraham Lincoln has been deployed for months, prominent concerns, and there was several attempted of suicide attempts, because these 5,000 troops on that boat or on this ship, all right, they're living in horrible conditions right now, all right. American troops are suffering, all right. They're having such agonizing pain up in this bitch, all right. You got no toilet paper, no soap, All right, they're rationing food. All right, I believe they're having like a cup of rice and some tortillas and whatnot. But yeah, they're rationing food and having a blast. Having a time of their lives. You know what I mean? It's been out there for like already over 250 days now. But yeah, I just heard Trump speak about it, and he technically does not give a fuck, which I find funny. But hey, America is failing. All right, America is going down the drain. All right, not too long ago, I mean, during Biden's term, there was a lot of fighting age men of the other countries. All right, such as China. All right, they were crossing through that border when Biden opened the border during his term. All right, so America has been infiltrated. All right, with foreign soldiers, man. But I'm gonna start with Isaiah. I'm gonna read Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for those shall no more be called tender and delicate. And the reason why I say is virgin daughter of Babylon is because America has never been touched before. All right, America has never been attacked before. All right, but now America is being infiltrated. America is falling within. All right, Esau is divided against himself in here in America. All right, and there's going to be a civil war here soon. All right, with both sides, and you can already see and paint the picture in your head of what's going to look like. All right, you got Trump. All right, Trump's team, Trump's side, the loyalists. All right, and then you got the other side, the constitutionalists. All right, those who stands for the Constitution because they see Trump and his team are basically breaking it. So there is two sides divided. All right. Meanwhile, there's already foreign soldiers that have already infiltrated here in America, just waiting to attack from within, as Esau is coming up against his very own. All right. Says there is no throne or the other Chaldeans, for those shall no more be called tender and delicate. And yeah, America is failing. All right. All the riches here is coming to naught. All right, people are having a hard time living. All right, the cost of living is getting harder. All right, tech jobs having to lay off thousands and thousands of employees. All right, these CEOs being targeted, and hey, the average Edomite, all right, the average Edomite, the middle class Edomite that was once middle class are now starting to feel the pain. All right, the financial pain. Verse 2. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man. That's right, the Lord is coming back with vengeance, all right? Right now, the Lord is kindling the fire, all right? The Lord is kindling the fire here in America to destroy it real soon, all right? As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy upon the ancient, has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And that's right. These Edomites are starting to feel the pain. All right, because of what they have done to the apple of the Lord's eye, or what they have done to the children of Israel, to you so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man. All right. Hey, man, the Lord is not going to show mercy to Esau Edom. All right. And it's very well deserved. But nonetheless, hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakudash, and Shalom.